During World War II, a sniper took a shot that everyone around him believed was impossible. The angle was wrong, the distance was extreme, and the position made no tactical sense. Experienced soldiers told him not to waste the bullet. But seconds later, a German officer collapsed nearly 500 yards away. Sniping in World War II was brutally unforgiving. Rifles were less precise, optics were limited, and wind estimation relied entirely on experience. At long range, even a small mistake meant a clean miss. Most snipers avoided unconventional angles because the margin for error was simply too high. The shooter wasn't lying prone or using a textbook firing position. He was elevated, firing through a narrow beam gap in a damaged structure. From that angle, bullet drop calculations were unreliable, visibility was poor, and recoil control was compromised. On paper, the shot shouldn't have worked. Nearby soldiers openly doubted him. Some laughed, others warned that firing would reveal their position for nothing. The target was far beyond what most rifles were expected to handle accurately. In their eyes, the risk far outweighed the reward. But the sniper saw something they didn't. He understood how gravity behaved differently at elevation. He accounted for wind drift using environmental cues others ignored. He waited, not for the perfect shot, but the only shot that would ever exist. When he finally pulled the trigger, there was no dramatic pause. The rifle cracked. The bullet traveled longer than anyone expected, threading through space that most men would never dare calculate. Seconds later, the German officer dropped instantly. No one spoke. The laughter stopped. The warnings vanished. What they had just witnessed defied everything they believed about battlefield marksmanship. The wrong angle had worked flawlessly. The shot succeeded because the sniper understood physics better than doctrine. He knew that elevation reduced vertical error, that controlled breathing mattered more than posture, and that timing mattered more than comfort. It wasn't luck, it was mastery. Stories like this spread quietly through units, changing how soldiers thought about cover, angles, and distance. It proved that rigid rules could be broken if you truly understood them. In war, innovation doesn't always look impressive. Sometimes it looks wrong. But on that day, one ignored angle turned into a shot that history would never forget.